Thank you and welcome to the show this morning. The topic is the African-American music tradition, and we have with us to talk about the African-American music tradition Minister JBoyce, who is the founder and CEO of an organization called Arise Group. And Reverend Minister JBoyce, let me welcome you to the show this morning.
Well, thank you, Dr. Hayne. It's great to be back with you again.
And as a matter of fact, I was thinking quite recently, Minister Boyce, about the first time that we had you on a television show, and I think that must have been about 1988. During that period.
Yes,
and of course,
perhaps.
You talked about, I think at that time you were involved with an internship, were you not?
Yes,
okay,
yes. That was maybe 1990, somewhere in there, when I was a student at Vanderbilt Divinity School and was pretty adamant about doing my internship in the African-American community where I had intentions of coming back to serve.
Very good. As a matter of fact, let's see if we can start off by talking about this African-American music tradition,
Okay.
Minister Boyce, by having you to give us some information about your background, your education, and some of the things that you've been doing.
Okay.
Dealing with African-American music and some of the other things that you've been doing, dealing with just being a minister since we last had an opportunity to have you in this particular section.
Oh, great, great. Well, as you know, as we were talking earlier, I actually went back to the American Baptist College to teach as an adjunct professor for about 4 years. And during that time, I developed a course, and the title of that course is Black Music and Social Structures, Its Implications for Social Change. And I was inspired, of course, by several books, Y.T. Walker's Somebody's Calling My Name, James Cone's The Spirituals and the Blues, and of course Protest and Praise. And in doing so, a lot of students were helped. I wanted to preserve the tradition, but I wanted to do it in an academic setting because it's from the pulpit and from our Christian education departments in our churches and other institutions that people actually learn. And I just feel that it's very important to preserve for the youths of today, the millennialists and the Xers. While we have a lot of music right now that's hitting the charts and is quite prevalent that comes from the African American tradition, it should be understood that it's just another branch that has been added to a tree that had its roots in African music and African American music.
And of course, and I don't want us to go beyond this in terms of your activities involved in music. I think that, Minister Boyce, you've also been involved with the Dove organization, and you've received nominations and etc. Talk about that from that perspective to indicate to us, in a real sense, your activities before you talk about the formal structure of traditional African American music, gospel music.
Okay. Well, during the period where I was doing independent productions, I was working with a very close friend, Sanchez Harley, and we co-produced an album on a very well-known actor artist, Clifton Davis, and it was called Amen. Say Amen. We were nominated for a Dove Award, and it got rave reviews. It sold quite well, and it just made a statement about the production credibility of producers here in Nashville. We are pretty much a well-kept secret as it relates to the Nashville community, and a lot of people don't know that there are persons like myself who've been producing hit records, writing hit songs since I think I moved here in '72, and I had my first gold record in like '74 or '5 with Motown. And so those are the kinds of things that need to be brought to the forefront so that those who are aspiring to become writers, producers in this area know that it has been going on for quite some time.
And so, in a real sense, when you talk about, before our first commercial break, we'll have an opportunity to expand upon this later. When you talk about the tradition, African-American music tradition, you're in a real sense saying that you're a part of that tradition because you've had a gold record and you've been involved in the publication of a number of, and we want to talk about that because I think that in a real sense that's more of the kind of information that would inspire rather than simply talk about the history of it. And of course, we'll be back with our audience following this.
I look forward to it.
Commercial break.
Thank you, sir.
The